If God's the one making the plan, how could it not go as planned? So this was an interesting vacation trip. We joined Hashem, leaving Egypt on a trip that was supposed to take not more than a few months. The 50 days of counting, receiving a Torah, another, let's say, 2 weeks in Israel. So the real planned trip in its most ideal level, the essence and perfect way we could have reached Israel would have been about 2 months. A 2-month vacation in the desert with Sukkot, of course, and then we went to Israel. But like all things in life, nothing always goes as planned, and we see here, even if God's the one that made the plan, how could that be? Interesting. If God's the one making the plan, how could it not go as planned? Because God's plan is created with variables, with alternate opportunities and possible realities. That's how God created his plan for life. Now, why did God create his plan for life that way? Because he said, I'm not making a movie over here. That's for Hollywood to make movies. I'm making life. And to make life, you don't have it a script. You don't have it set. It's not etched in stone. There's variables. It's opened. The end is opened. And when you have an open-ended story of life, then life can turn out in multiple different ways in actuality. And that's the idea of what happened with this essential 2-month trip that turned into a 40-year trip. Because God said, it's not me that's going to dictate, as a dictator would in a country that's being controlled by somebody. I'm not going to dictate what's going to happen. You're not my robots. You're not my actors. You're my people. You're my children. And you're going to create your own future, your own reality, based on your tests and your trials and what you accomplish. If you can rise to your maximum potential in the most direct way, then 2 months from now, we're going to be home together, because this is our home we're going to. And if you fail, if you get off course, if you fall, well, then I fall with you. And on some level, I'm affected by that failure as well. And I'm stuck with you in the desert, off course with you. And when you're going to go through difficulties, pain, suffering, because again, being off course can become very painful and difficult, especially when it involves an enemy country coming and attacking you and hurting you. I'm with you in that pain as well. Because again, you're not my robots. I'm not a dictator. This is a story that's our story, not just my story. And therefore, we go through what we go through.